Hamilton police are holding a live press conference at this hour to discuss significant developments in the murder of a shopkeeper. We're going to listen in right now.
Obvious medical distress. Ellen was transported to hospital where she succumbed to her injuries on the 27th of May. Ellen was 5 weeks pregnant at the time of this offence. Over the past 8 months, investigators from the Hamilton Police Service Homicide Unit and other branches of the service have continued this investigation. Evidence from the scene was collected by the Police Forensic Unit and sent to CFS for examination. Numerous persons were interviewed, which eventually led us to the development of a suspect in this case. This morning, shortly after 10 o'clock, the Hamilton Police Service arrested 25-year-old Patrick Sung Tae Smith at a Hamilton address. He has been arrested and will appear tomorrow morning in court, charged with first-degree murder for this offence. Mr. Smith was not known to police prior to this police investigation. What we have uncovered is that Mr. Smith was a transient person who originated from the Vancouver area, travelled through Montreal, and shortly before the murder arrived in the city of Hamilton. I would like to thank the media for all the assistance they gave in this investigation. The reason why we got to the place we are today is through your repeated media releases. We made appeals for people to do the right thing, and on your last media release, people did do the right thing and gave us the evidence that we needed to bring this to a conclusion. Thank you.
Ian, was this you may or may not speak to it in your last anyway? The motive here, was it initially robbery? Was it to kill somebody? What happened?
We believe that a motive in this crime was robbery. We believe that there was a robbery that occurred during the commission of this homicide.
Were drugs involved?
I do not believe so. I have no evidence that shows any drug involvement.
Do you believe he's been in Hamilton this entire time?
I believe that Patrick Smith arrived in Hamilton very shortly before the homicide occurred, and I believe he has been in Hamilton since that time.
So was he homeless? Or was he...
He was transient. He was transient. He would live at various locations. I would not describe him as a homeless person, no.
With friends and family in Hamilton, or...?
He does not have any family that I know of in the Hamilton area. I believe he may have made acquaintances while he was here.
Where was he picked up?
He was arrested in downtown Hamilton this morning at a residence. I'm not going to disclose what the address was. There are several other people that live at that residence and have absolutely nothing to do with the commission of this offence, so I want to respect their privacy.
Was he the individual on the surveillance footage?
Yes, absolutely. He is the person that we had you put his image out numerous times, seen leaving the store with the victim's purse slung over his shoulder.
The timing of this arrest is pretty close to the appeal that was put out by the Iranian government. Is that just coincidence, or...?
This investigation commenced on the day of Elham's discovery. The investigation, we can only deal with the evidence as it comes in and as the leads come in. This investigation has been ongoing and continuous since that date. Literally hundreds of possible potential persons of interest have been investigated. Within the last couple of months, we were able to focus our investigation on this particular individual when they came to light, and through a detailed investigation have been able to gather the evidence that brings us here today.
Was he cooperative during the arrest?
The arrest was conducted without any incident whatsoever. He is currently being held at the police station here. He will appear at Wash Court tomorrow morning at 45 Main Street East to face a charge of first-degree murder.
It's been 8 months. How does this feel for you and your team to finally have made an arrest?
It's nice that we make an arrest. It's certainly not any closure for Mohammed Dashti or the daughter. Very troubling day for them. They have been notified, and our victim services branch is with them.
Did he frequent the store?
Not to my knowledge.
So he wasn't known to the victim or the family for that long?
I believe this was a stranger-on-stranger robbery, homicide.
So he had no way of knowing that she was pregnant?
I don't have any evidence that would indicate that he had any knowledge that she was pregnant, no.
She often worked in the store alongside her husband, but just happened to be alone on the day of the homicide. Is it believed that he was staking out the store, watching it for a prime opportunity?
I believe that he spent considerable time that morning. In the last release that we put out, he is circling the area of that store for over a 1 hour period. So do I believe that he certainly was paying attention to what was going on there? Yes.
Because the little girl was inside prior to the murder, is that correct? And then she had left for school?
I don't believe she was in the store that day, no.
She wasn't in the store that day?
No. She would occasionally frequent the store, as the mother and father would, but I don't believe she was there that day.
What about the reward? Any reward will be given out as a result?
There has been no request for any reward monies, and the reward, the media release that announced the reward, was certainly beneficial to us. That media release is what resulted in certain people coming forward and doing the right thing and steering this investigation in the direction that it has gone.
So was it the image that was out there? Because the image has been out there for quite some time. So what sort of broke the case that way? What was it that particularly, say, the latest media release that broke the case?
We have no control over who watches the news and who reads the media. My understanding in this investigation is how the case was broke was by somebody seeing that media release and recognising the image in the picture. I don't believe that that image had been seen by the persons who cooperated prior to that date.
And is it because he was moving around from address to address that somebody might not have recognized that face 6 months ago because he's moving around?
I have no idea. No idea whatsoever.
One more question. Did any of the individuals that he did spend time with help you with this investigation when they saw the image on the screen and realized that this man is living with them?
I'm not going to discuss who has given us information, who has given us evidence at this point.
Was it anonymous too?
I'm not going to get into it.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. That was Detective Sergeant Ian Matthews with Hamilton Police updating us on the investigation into the death of Elham Dashtirihamatabadi. She was killed back in May of last year working at the High Times store on King Street East. Police have been looking for her, a suspect in that murder ever since. Back in July, they released a photo of a suspect, someone who had been seen in the area and apparently had been circling around the store for about an hour before the attack. That photo eventually, you heard Ian Matthews say, led to the arrest of a suspect, 25-year-old Patrick Sung Tae Smith, a man described as transient, originally lived in Vancouver. Detectives believe he arrived in Hamilton shortly before the assault and has been in Hamilton ever since, staying with different groups of people and different friends, a transient person but not necessarily a homeless person. Ian Matthews, you heard him say someone came forward after seeing the media release and the picture of the suspect and identified him and, in Ian Matthews' words, did the right thing. So Hamilton Police, after 8 months, have made an arrest in connection with the death of Elham Dashtirihamatabadi. Today. That news was announced just moments ago. We will have more for you throughout the afternoon here on News Now.